My name is Shelley Evans. I'm a Technical Director and National Lead for Property Flood Resilience for JBA Consulting. As our climate changes, the risk we face from storms, flooding and rising sea levels is increasing. Historically, flooding has had a significant impact on homes, businesses and communities across the UK. Across the country, we have taken steps to protect ourselves against this risk by building flood defences to help keep water at bay. However, the way that we manage these climate risks is also changing as we seek to become a more resilient society. Property flood resilience, or PFR for short, is an important element of flood risk management. PFR includes a range of measures that can be installed on a building to reduce the risk of floodwater entering the property. PFR can also be used to make the inside of the property more resilient and recoverable by minimising damage even if water does still enter. The aim of PFR is to help households and businesses reduce the damage and distress caused by flooding, helping to speed up recovery and reoccupation. There are many benefits of introducing PFR to communities at risk of flood. It brings peace of mind that future floods won't be as disruptive. Homes and businesses can often feel better protected, and it can help reduce insurance costs. There are many powerful testimonies and positive stories to be told from communities across the UK who have benefited from PFR. The areas of Malton, Old Malton and Norton are historic communities that lie on the River Derwent in North Yorkshire. Serious flooding occurred in 1999 and 2000, which affected 169 properties, bringing damage, disruption and loss for many homes and businesses across that community. Flood defence walls were then built in 2003, and this reduced the number of properties at risk of flooding. These flood walls formed part of a wider alleviation scheme with pumps, which was tested by further flooding in 2021. This time, 14 homes and 8 businesses were flooded, mostly from surface water and groundwater sources. Further investment has been targeted at upgrades and maintenance to the flood defences and has included funding for property flood resilience. North Yorkshire Council appointed JBA Consulting to undertake property flood surveys at those properties deemed eligible for the scheme, making recommendations on types of products that would be suitable to help manage flood risk at each property. Watertight International were then chosen to install those flood protection products. As well as improved protection to flooding in the face of our changing climate, the scheme has engaged the community, raised awareness, improved emergency planning arrangements, and helped contribute to an enhanced level of resilience for all.
So why did JBA start on a journey of working with artists in 2022 and with The Artery and Juliet in 2023? Juliet's portraits look wonderful and are wonderfully simple, which is often the beauty of art. We believe art and artists can add a new dimension, new perspectives to our technical work. At JBA, we're a science-based company. We use science to explain things, to design assets, to calculate risks, and to inform how we can manage our surroundings. We explain with rational arguments. We try to point to truths, to move our clients, and to engage communities. Art and artists similarly often point to truths, but seek to communicate by suggestion. It's less precise than presenting a rational, science-based argument, but it can be equally as effective. Artists are curious. They want to and will explore subjects, themes, and their surroundings. Artists all have imagination, and their work involves creativity. New ideas emerge. Artists also, through their work, often make the complex appear simple. At JBA, our culture, our people, are in fact not dissimilar. We're curious, seeking to explore, innovate and challenge conventions. We're always trying to explain complexity simply to make sense of our surroundings for everyone. Art and our science-based work are entirely complementary, and I would say they need each other. To bring people with us along a sometimes difficult journey, we need to appeal to the head and to the heart, the rational and the emotion. That is why we started our journey of collaboration with artists. Artists and scientists share many of the same characteristics, and both should be hugely supportive of each other in making sense of the world. Our JBA staff are thoroughly enjoying this journey of working with artists, and they enthusiastically worked with the artists at the Artery over a few months, and we learned from each other.
My name is Juliet Clotterup, and I'm an artist working as a photographer and a social and environmental artist researcher. The role of art in capturing social and environmental change is vital. Art within science acts as a mirror, communicating complex ideas and data in an accessible and public-facing way, requiring different attention and perspectives. Through my lens of documentary photography, I've captured Moulton, Old Moulton and Norton. In these images, you see a community adapting to rising waters, displaced habitats. These images were taken midweek and bathed in sunlight. It's hard to imagine these homes awash with water and headline news of flooding. Yet these images tell a powerful human story of resilience, with homes and businesses implementing flood defences, taking on structural support and coping with these changes. Through my lens-based work, I strive to bridge the gap between science, conservation and art, engaging wide audiences with these crucial themes. As an environmental artist, researcher and practitioner, I collaborate closely within citizen science models. I engage with local communities, conservationists, scientists, landowners and businesses. These collaborations enable me to create meaningful projects that span several years and contribute to ongoing research initiatives, always coming back to the idea of sharing and understanding the relationship and connection that people have to the natural world. Using medium format film in my creative process adds a sense of formality and archival quality to the images, creating a visual, historical document with a slower, more intentional process. This work is then archived, preserving the images for future generations as a legacy. A Portrait of Resilience is an example of how art and photography can tell a human story about climate resilience. This project documents a community's adaptive strategies, preserving their experiences and solutions for future reference. It highlights the importance of recording history as it unfolds, ensuring that the efforts of these communities are not forgotten. Documentary photography is not just about capturing images, but about fostering a deeper connection between people and the natural world. It promotes awareness and action for conservation, highlighting the resilience of communities facing environmental challenges. Thank you to Karen from the Artery, JBA and the wider project partners, Watertight and North Yorkshire Council, for this rewarding and important collaboration, A Portrait of Resilience.